What if Jesus is actually anti-religion? Religion is still a system. It builds walls around truth, organizes belief into structures, defines authority, and tries to stabilize what it thinks reality is. But what if Jesus cannot be contained by religion or by any system that exists within this universe? It was Judaism that killed him, apparently his own religion. The top elders and leaders of that faith decided they had to kill him. The very people responsible for preserving spiritual truth believed that the only way to protect their system was to remove him. That alone raises a profound question. Why would a religious system feel so threatened by one man that it concluded he had to die? Perhaps because any system cannot contain pure truth or pure life. Systems are designed to preserve themselves. Once a system forms, religious, political, intellectual, or even biological, it begins defending its own structure. But pure truth is alive. Pure life expands beyond containers. Eventually, it breaks the walls built around it. And what if the problem goes even deeper than religion? What if the entire system we live in, the entire universe itself, is sick? What if life was never supposed to die? We look around and see death everywhere and assume it is natural. Every living organism dies. Cells decay, bodies break down, species disappear. Even stars collapse and galaxies burn out. Physics itself describes a universe running toward entropy, toward disorder, toward breakdown. But what if death is not natural at all? What if death is actually a sickness? And not just in a molecular way, not just in biological organisms, but in a systemic way, embedded into the very laws and constructs that make this universe what it is. The physics of this universe seems to revolve around decay. Energy disperses, systems break down, everything moves toward entropy. But what if those laws themselves are part of a corrupted system? What if the universe is not simply aging but infected, a cosmic sickness where life is constantly collapsing back into death? If that is true, then death is not simply an event. It is a structural condition of this universe. Now imagine something entering that system that does not belong to it. If Jesus truly did die and then did not stay dead, coming back to life, what would that mean? Would that mean he is beyond our system? Would that mean he is revealing a pure, true system beyond ours? A reality where life is not trapped inside decay, where existence does not collapse into entropy, where life continues without the sickness of death. If Jesus broke death itself, then he did not merely perform a miracle. He broke one of the deepest foundations of our universe. Death appears to be built into the structure of reality itself. It is embedded in biology, chemistry, thermodynamics, and the behavior of matter and energy. But if someone breaks that law, if someone dies and does not remain dead, then something in the design of the universe has been exposed. It means the system is not ultimate. It means something beyond the system exists. Imagine a giant buffalo shot through the lungs. The wound is fatal, yet the buffalo continues to run, powerful and strong, for minutes, perhaps even longer. It keeps running as if nothing has happened, but eventually the body realizes what has already occurred. The buffalo collapses because it was already dead. It simply did not know it yet. What if Jesus breaking death is like that? What if the resurrection delivered a fatal wound to the system of death itself? What if the universe continues running for a time, continuing its cycles of decay and entropy, without realizing that something fundamental has already been broken inside its structure? If Jesus really did break that boundary or foundation of this universe, then what else could he have changed? What did he say to us? How could he bring us another religion when he cannot even be contained by this universe itself, proven by the fact that he did not remain dead? Religion would still be a system inside the same broken universe. But if Jesus comes from beyond that system, then his message must point to something deeper than institutions. What if when he died for this universe to heal it, he did it because of a deep love that this universe had never experienced before? Perhaps this universe had never fully encountered that kind of love. Perhaps love itself had been damaged by the same sickness that infected life. In a universe governed by death, survival, and entropy, love becomes distorted, mixed with fear, power, possession, and loss. But what if Jesus brought a love that did not originate from this system, a love from beyond the universe? And because that love was exercised fully, sacrificially, it healed something fundamental. It healed the laws or conception of love itself within this universe. Before he left, he said something very simple. Love others the way you love yourself. In the Old Testament, love existed, but it was never presented as the single defining command for life and existence itself. Yet suddenly, Jesus places it at the center of everything. Why would it be now? Why would love suddenly become the defining command for life and truth, unless something had been changed? Unless Jesus healed love itself by exercising perfect love within our universe, healing not only life, but love as well. And what if that changes everything for us now? What if when we truly love now and make love the point of our existence, something deeper happens? What if love becomes a bridge, a portal, a connection between this sick universe and the true reality beyond it? Because if the universe is infected with death, then love may be the one thing inside it that still carries the structure of the life that was never meant to die. And every act of true love may be a step toward that reality, as this reality crumbles around it slowly, being that buffalo, not knowing it has already died.